Hey fans, it's Steven here, and I am here with the stellar 2012 Honda Civic. I'm almost sold from this car right here from the outside alone, especially in the black. It's looking very sleek, looking very smooth and classy, but still fun, entertaining. Looks like you can have a good time. There's tons of great features with this car, along with it looking amazing. One thing to start with right here on the outside, we go on down to these wheels. The Honda Civic has disc brakes. That's one thing you won't see a lot of in this car's class. That's one advantage, along to looking awesome as you're driving it. Here I am in the back of the Civic. The Civic has leather interior, which feels great and looks even better. As you can tell, there's lots of room here. I'm pushing about 6'4", and even my big old long knees fit. You could definitely easily fit 4 in here, no doubt. Squeeze one more in for 5 and make it a party. Here's a little bird's eye of the back seat of the Honda Civic. Very clean, looking nice. The leather's great. Beautiful colors. Not much to complain about back here. Here we are in the back of the Honda Civic. Lots of room in the trunk. Great space for your big bumping subs, couple suitcases, golf clubs, backpacks, friends that are bothering you, you know, whatever you need, you can probably fit back here. Okay, so here we are inside the 2012 Honda Civic. Starting left to right here, first of all, there's this great eco button. You click that, little eco mode, gives you about 5 more miles to each gallon. Also over here is traction control. Traction control is one thing that you're not going to get with every car in this class. Real benefit, good to have, helps out in a lot of weather. As we move on here to more to the middle, you can check out the beautiful looking console. Very sophisticated, new age, up-to-date technology kind of look. Very smooth and clean. Tells you everything you need to know. You got your miles per hour, your fuel, your little mile per hour gauge telling you how many gallons you're getting to each gallon, your RPMs, and a clock with a great display. If you can see that right there, you can get your volume. You have your volume control and everything else you can take a look at. And as we keep going over, there's all our audio controls, our Bluetooth setup, which is great. Bluetooth is really easy. It's just one click to hook up your phone and you're good to go. And if we look right down here, a huge bonus is having a USB and a 12 volt power outlet right down here. You can plug in your iPhones or any other device that use USB these days, which is just about all of them. So very convenient, good to have. Great feature for the more young crowd, youthful crowd that's using the up-to-date technology. Not that all our old folks at home can't be using it either. But yeah, that's about all we got. Hanging out, looks really nice. Now let's take her for a ride and see what we think. Alright, here we go. We pop her into gear. Check behind us. Don't want to do any damage. Once we turned the car on, it was, pretty quiet. Couldn't hear a whole lot, which is always nice. As you're driving, there's no engine noise or anything like that. Pretty smooth. Might be a little bumpy for you at home, watching from my dashboard. Accelerates pretty well right off the bat. Alright, coming up on the stoplight here, we're going to put her to test right away. Let's see what the Honda Civic can do going up a pretty steep grade hill. Civic's always been famous for the great gas mileage it gets, its durability, easy repair, things like that. Alright, here we go. Getting ready to go up the steep incline. As you can hear right now, there's really not too much excess sound. Just me and the road. Going up the first little incline. No problem so far. Drop her a gear here, go up the second one. As you can tell, it's still quiet. Still comfortable ride on the inside. No crazy noises or extreme motor revving, which is always nice. Handles the hills well, goes up nice and easy. Also has great control going through these little S-turns. Nothing to complain about so far, minus the senior citizen driving below the speed limit in front of me. But besides that, we're doing well. Drives like a champ. This hill's got nothing on us. So far so good, no complaints. One of the best things about the Honda Civic is it notoriously has the reputation to get great gas mileage. The 2012 Civic is no different. You'll get about 28 in the city and about 40 miles to the gallon on the highway. Now, it's not an electric car or anything, not even a hybrid, and it's still getting great gas mileage, but you don't lose that little extra burst of gas when you're looking for it. It still has a little bit of get up and go. It's probably not going to win you any big time drag races, but for the most part, it's going to get you where you need to go in a reasonable amount of time. I'm driving around with this head cam on. People kept looking at me like I was really cool and I was just driving around the Civic. But once I put on my awesome gear, they start giving me different types of looks. Which is fine, I still feel cool driving the Civic. Looks great, feels great, I got nothing to complain about. One of the great things about driving this car is the way everything is set up. There's always this tiny little tilt, kind of everything's facing the driver. All the buttons are very accessible to me. Everything's really easy to reach, really easy to read, and I don't have to be looking down at the dash really ever when I'm driving this car. It's one of the great features is it allows you to always keep your eyes on the road. I mean, which is a plus. At least gives you time to text and call and do all the other dangerous stuff on your own. You don't have to spend any of that extra dangerous time looking at your dash. But no, really, you shouldn't drive and text or drive and call anyone. It's not safe. But as you can see, all these buttons right here, all kind of tilted just a little bit. They're really easy for me to touch, or easy for me to reach. All these little buttons on the dash control my volume, my radio, what's displayed on the screen. So everything's just really easy to see, really easy to push, and makes the driving experience that much more enjoyable. Now you guys know me, the one thing I have to check on every single one of these cars is how am I gonna rock out when I'm cruising down the street. Friday night, I'm ready to go. Can these cars get the music bumping and get me in a good mood? Let's find out. Yes, the jamming is definitely possible in the 2012 Honda Civic. Sounds great, just as well as it looks. So although my rocking habits probably weren't the safest, everyone's got to rock every now and again, and it sounded great. So not only does this car look great, drive smooth, but you also can rock out. If you don't like to rock out, I also heard some great bumping bass back there. You get your rap on, get your country on, whatever you want to do. It's good to go. As I'm driving the Honda Civic, I've never realized how comfy it is in here. Very spacious, there's lots of room everywhere. The way the seats are placed, along with the dash and everything else, it just all comes together for a really smooth ride, a really comfortable ride. You have lots of space, you're not crowded. You know, I'm a pretty tall guy and I got plenty of headroom, leg room, and everything else I need. A real great feature in the Honda Civic is you're gonna have lots of room, you're able to relax and enjoy your drive. Makes the drive more of an experience than a hassle. It's enjoyable, and you know, you want to go for a drive around town, it's not bad, because you're not going to be burning too much gas, getting about 40 miles to the gallon sometimes. It's a real plus. One thing you don't hear people talk about a lot anymore is the turning radius on cars. Let me tell you, one thing this Civic can do is it can turn. You can do a U-turn, just for the fun of it. Boom. Whip it around a little 2-lane road like it's going out of style. Real easy. Great control in this car all the time. I never feel like I'm out of control. It's very easy going as it turns. No tug and pulls or anything like that. But now that I did a U-turn, I have to do another U-turn to get back where I was going. But I'm alright with that. It turns great. It's another exciting part of the car that I love. I might as well use. Another thing with the Honda Civic that everyone wants to know is how fast can it go? Everyone sees all the aftermarket Civics on the road with their spoilers and their huge mufflers and everything. Well, this Civic is much too classy looking to be doing any of that. It looks great on its own. I don't think we really need any aftermarket parts. And although it's not the fastest car you'll see on the road, it'll definitely beat out a couple. It certainly will beat out any of those hybrids or electrics that you see nowadays, and still get almost the same benefit gas-wise, but you just get a little more pedal to the metal, if you will. So here we are driving on the road, a couple cars passing us, and we put our foot on it. Whoa! We get going pretty good. There's a lot of speed in this car that I did not know it had. Along with this car having a little pick up and go, it also stops on a dime. And if you remember the disc brake feature that we have, that not a lot of cars in this class do have, really helps out in some tight situations when you need to get on the skids real quick. It stops great, gets going just as well. Stopping and accelerating are both benefits to any car, I would imagine. So I'm cruising, I just kind of want to hang out, relax, enjoy some space, enjoy this great, cool AC. That's one thing that this car does very well. It gets cool quick once you turn it on, and it stays very cold. Along with the heated seats, you can really control your temperature at all times. Each seat is separate in the temperature control, so you and your passenger can be comfortable however you want to be comfortable. You don't necessarily have to accommodate too much for the passenger. So there you have it. We've seen a little bit of the outside of the Civic. We've seen a little bit of the inside. We've seen how she drives, how she stops, how she goes, how she rocks out. All in all, this is a great car. Looks sleek and smooth on the outside, and it drives just the way it looks. Very smooth, easy, and comfortable. You know, I was almost lost for words when I got this car. You know, it has everything you need, gets efficient gas. There's really just nothing to complain about. I suggest everyone to head on down to Stephen Wade Honda and give the 2012 Honda Civic a test drive. It'll be worth your while. It's a great car to drive. You'll enjoy the comfort, the durability, the gas mileage, and everything else that you look for in a good car. This probably has it. Again, this is Stephen Hess here with the Stephen Wade Auto Group. Come on down to Stephen Wade Honda, check out this Civic and lots of other awesome cars. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook at www.facebook.com/St. George Honda. Find us there, like us, talk to us, let us know what you want to see test drove next, maybe. Whatever you want to do. Until next time, talk to you then. Later.